We finally managed to pay back all our bank loans, debit card overdrafts, and Shannon's bank loans, including all the accrued interest. This is not a dream, right?
Yes, I double-checked everything. We paid off all our debts and my sister's debt as well.
It was tough, and I thought we wouldn't be able to escape from our debts, but I can't believe we finally did it!
Honey, thank you so much for helping me out. I can't thank you enough for all that you did for our family. I feel so sorry for you. I promised you a happy life after marriage, but after you married me, you had to work hard to help my family pay off our debts. I feel ashamed and I'm grateful that you were so generous. I don't know how I would have done this without you.
Don't say that. Your family is also my family now that we are married. Of course it is my duty to help out. A married couple should go through hardships together. I wouldn't let you struggle alone. I'll also support you through thick and thin. It wasn't easy for you either. You only spent $300 on yourself a month because we were tight on budget. You rarely even went out to eat a meal because you said you wanted to save money. Now that we escaped our debts, you should spend more monthly for yourself. You should go out for a lunch and dine at a nice restaurant.
You always think of me and put me first. You spent less than $300 a month for yourself. You barely spent any money on yourself.
That's because you go to work. I don't have anywhere to spend money on since I stay at home most of the time. I don't need to go out to eat or spend money on transportation.
I'm really grateful that you are my wife. You are always so caring and loving. I feel like I'm the luckiest man alive. I can't believe you came into my life and chose me.
In my eyes, you are the best man in this world. I didn't choose you for no reason.
You're so sweet. Thank you for those words. You make me feel so special all the time.
When we were in debt, the thought of it always made me feel stressed and I couldn't rest for one moment. The feeling was unbearable. My heart felt heavy as if a boulder was pressing down on my chest. I couldn't even sleep well on Sundays. But now that we paid all of our debts, I feel so free. I think I will be able to sleep comfortably tonight.
Really? You never told me this before. I had no idea you were feeling so stressed. You should have told me.
I didn't realize how stressed I was until today. I wasn't very attentive to my own emotions because I had other things to worry about. I feel so calm and relaxed now that we are debt-free. I miss this feeling. I haven't felt like this for a long time.
I promise you, from now on, I won't make you feel stressed anymore. Let's spend the rest of our lives together, leading a happy life. Mom, Shannon, guess what? You are in for a treat because today's meal is on me. Order and eat all you want. Now that I have paid off all our debts, I can spend more money monthly. I can spend twice as much now compared to before.
Calm down. You're talking as if you're treating us to fine dining. We're just at a family restaurant. But thank you nonetheless.
A family restaurant is better than nothing. We haven't dined out all together for a long time.
Exactly! I don't even remember the last time we ate together. Thank you for taking us here.
It was a tough journey, wasn't it? I'm so proud of both you and Ava for going through the tough times. Thank you so much for doing this for us. You couldn't even save up any money in the past few years. I feel so sorry for both of you. It would have been nice if you could have saved up money for your children. Once they grow up, you will have to spend more money on raising them. We still have time. We can start saving up from now on. Thank you, but you don't need to worry too much about us.
Ava, thank you so much for paying off my debts as well. You didn't have to, but you still decided to help me. I'll be forever grateful for your kindness. Once I get a job, I will pay back the money I owe.
No, don't worry about it. You don't have to pay it back to us. You don't owe us anything.
Yes, Shannon. Don't worry about it. You don't need to pay anything back to us. I just want you to use your money wisely from now on. Don't go shopping so often. Once a month is enough. Also, cancel your credit card.
Fine. I will use my money more wisely. From now on, I will be mindful of my financial spending and plan my budget accordingly.
Before your children enter elementary school, work hard and save up enough money for a deposit. You have to start thinking about moving to a better house. It's about time you guys move houses. Especially as your children start to grow bigger. It will be difficult to raise them in your current house. The house is too small, and you will feel cramped soon.
I think so too. We are already planning to move. It might take a few years to collect enough money, though. Even if we don't move to our dream house, we should find a house that is bigger than our current home. Our children are already complaining and asking us to give them a room for themselves. I want to do that for them, but it will take some time.
Already? Kids grow up so quickly. Soon they will be asking for their own phones and video games. Hey, Chloe, what's up? Why did you call me today?
Ava, I have something to tell you. I can't believe this has happened to us.
Chloe, are you okay? You don't sound well. Are you crying right now? What's wrong?
Our mom, she fell from the stairs while she was at work. She has been sent to the hospital right away. You need to come here quickly.
What? Okay, I'll go to the hospital right now. Send me the address of the hospital through text. Don't worry too much about it. She will be fine since she was sent to the hospital right away. Take deep breaths and try to calm yourself down while you wait for me to arrive.
Okay. Try to come quickly, please. The medical team conducted an x-ray of her bones, and the good news is that there are no signs of any fractures or breaks. Based on the results, it appears to be a minor injury, and the healing process should be relatively quick.
Oh, thank goodness. I was worried sick about her.
She needs to be hospitalized for a few days to receive treatment and to be monitored. The medical team will provide her with the necessary care and medication during her stay at the hospital. With proper treatment and plenty of rest, she is expected to make a full recovery and be discharged from the hospital soon. Oh, but I wanted to tell you she should be more cautious from now on. She's not young anymore, and her bones are getting weaker. If she came to the hospital a few moments late, it could have been critical. She could have herniated her back disc. From what we examined, it's likely that she had back problems already.
Really? I didn't know about that at all. She never told me her back was aching. She's not the type of person who complains about her health often.
This is why you should be more attentive to her health from now on. As you can see here, her back disc, especially on the lower back, is thinning and weakening. She must have felt back pain lately, but I think she took painkillers and ignored the symptoms. Since she has a weak back disc, she needs to be extra careful when carrying out activities that involve bending the back. Even after being discharged from the hospital, she should avoid exercise and activities that can strain her back. It is recommended for her to come to the hospital frequently for health checkups as well.
Yes, I will make sure to keep an eye out for her.
Since you said she's not the type of person to complain about her health, I'm worried that she might not visit the hospital frequently after she gets discharged. She needs to get medical treatment and take physiotherapy frequently. I don't recommend for her to go back to working anytime soon. If she ends up seriously injuring her back, there's not much we can do to help her. So please be cautious. She needs to take necessary measures to prevent it from happening.
I understand what you mean. But I'm worried because my mom doesn't like visiting the hospital. I'm worried that she might not visit the hospital frequently, even after being discharged from the hospital.
Yes, I've seen many patients like that. But this is a serious problem. Please try to convince her to visit the hospital. If you have the time, try to come with her so that she feels more comfortable in the hospital. It doesn't have to be this hospital. She can visit one that is near her house. It will make it more convenient for her.
Okay. Thank you so much, Doctor. I will let her know and try to convince her to do so.
Oh, it's nothing. Don't make a big deal out of it. I'm perfectly fine and healthy. My back doesn't hurt one bit. Don't worry about me. Later, when the nurse comes in to check on me, I will ask her if I can be discharged from the hospital sooner than planned. I need to go back to work.
Mom, don't even think about going back to work anytime soon. You need to get plenty of rest for your back disc to recover. I'm not going to let you go to work even if you want to.
My back isn't even broken. It's not a serious injury.
It doesn't matter if it's broken or not. The doctor said you have a thin and weak back disc. He told you to avoid activities that may strain your back. How did you even endure the pain until now? Wasn't it painful to work? Have you been taking painkillers every day before work? How could you not tell us about it? If you told us earlier, we could have had your back checked. Once you start aging, it's natural for people to get back and joint pains. Everyone my age goes through it. It's normal. I shouldn't be quitting work just because my back hurts a little. I need to start working again soon. The doctor said you need to be cautious. Even after you get discharged from the hospital and you fully recover, you shouldn't go straight back to work. Use this chance to take a break from work, Mom. I need to go back to work and make money. If I don't work, then who will pay for Chloe's college tuition fees? Mom, I can start a part-time job and get a student loan. Don't worry about me. I can take care of myself. I'm an adult now. You should also focus on taking care of yourself, especially your health. Until you fully recover, I will send you money to live on monthly. So please just focus on recovering in the next few weeks. Don't even think about going back to work. Also, you should take physiotherapy like the doctor recommended.
How is your mother? Is she all right? I was terribly worried when you called me and told me about her accident.
Thankfully, she didn't get a serious injury, but the doctor said she has a very weak back disc, so she needs to be careful from now on. She's going to stay in the hospital for a few days, and even after she gets discharged from the hospital, she needs to receive the proper treatment to look after her back.
I'm glad to hear that the injury wasn't very serious. Because she didn't break any bones, she will be able to recover quickly. I should have went to the hospital to visit her, but I had a night shift today. I should have visited her at night. I'm sorry I couldn't go see her. I'll give her a call tomorrow morning instead.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. You have to go to work early in the morning tomorrow. Oh, I have something else to tell you.
What is it? Is it about your mom?
Yes. Because she injured her back, the doctor suggested that she shouldn't work anytime soon.
I thought it wasn't a big injury. Shouldn't she be fine to start working again after her recovery?
Even if she recovers, the doctor said that her disc is thinning and weakening. So even after her recovery, she needs to be cautious not to strain her back. She needs to take physiotherapy frequently, and she shouldn't exercise or do activities that involve bending her back. So I don't want her to work too hard even after she recovers. I was thinking we should give her some money so she can use it for her living expenses.
You want to send her some money?
Yes. My mom is worried about money. She feels the need to start working and earning money again. I don't want her to feel pressure to work for our family. I told her that we have enough money now so she can rest while we provide for her financially.
Why did you decide without asking me? Shouldn't you be asking me first before you make decisions on your own? I don't think this is something you should decide on your own. It's our money, not just yours.
I thought you would agree with me on this. If we don't send her money, she will start working again immediately after she is discharged from the hospital. I'm scared that she will injure her back again, or even worse, she might herniate her back disc.
Don't get me wrong. I do want to support her financially. But our reality is different. We just started saving up money. We don't even have enough for ourselves. Don't you remember our promise? We decided to move houses before our children enter elementary school. At this rate, we won't be able to save enough money in time. We need to save up more. We don't have additional money to give to your mother.
Even if we don't have additional money, we should spare some of our money for her. Moving houses can wait for a while. It's not an urgent thing to worry about. My mom is. She cannot work physically. We should be helping her in times of need. Also, we spent thousands of dollars paying back debt for your family. That's the main reason why we weren't able to save up money until recently. You spent tens of thousands of dollars on your family. Why can't you spend a little bit of money on mine? Do you think it's a waste to spend money on my mom?
I don't think it's a waste. I'm just saying we should view the situation rationally. Your mother has a house that your father gave to her. She doesn't need to pay rent, and she has the ability to earn her own money. In comparison, my family is poor. Even after paying back the debts, my family is more poor than yours. They need more help than your family.
My mom has a house, but that's all that she has. She doesn't have any money saved up in her bank account. She has been working ever since my father passed away. Her job gives her minimum wage even if the workload is tough. She has to clean all day but receives so little for her hard work. Your mother never worked once. She never made any effort to pay off her own debts.
Whatever. I don't agree with you. I don't want you to send her any money. She should just continue working for herself. Or she can sell her house and move to a cheaper place if she has to. I don't want to send her living expenses monthly. We have to worry about ourselves. Don't just think about your mom. You are being selfish. Think about us and our children.
I wasn't this desperate when I was paying back Henry's family's debts. But because it's my own mom in trouble, I desperately want to help her out. I wish there was a way to earn money quickly. I want to send my mom some more money.
Doesn't your husband work at the AM construction company? It's the same place my brother works at.
Yeah, Henry works at the AM construction company. Why?
Didn't he receive a bonus recently? He should have, because my brother told me about it.
What? When? The AM construction company gives bonuses? I didn't know about this.
Yes, every employee receives a bonus almost every quarter. Do you know about this? The AM construction company is famous for giving a large amount of money as bonuses. I figured you knew about it already, though.
Really? I had no idea till now. When I checked our bank account, he didn't receive any extra money from the company recently.
Maybe he received it in a different bank account. The company can do that for their employees if their employees request so. I heard a lot of husbands receive their bonuses in a separate bank account because they don't want their wives to use the money. Maybe Henry did that too.
My husband never told me anything about bonuses.
He never told you he received a bonus from his company before? Ever since you got married?
Nope. Never. Not even once. This is driving me crazy. Why would he hide this from me? Henry, we need to have a chat. It's about something important.
What? Is it about giving money to your mother again? I thought we were done with that conversation. My company has been struggling these days. They decided not to increase my annual salary for the next year. Do you really have to make it difficult for me?
Your company is not increasing your salary for next year? How come they don't have the money to increase your salary, but they have the money to give you a bonus?
Huh? Who told you about that?
I heard that the AM construction company is famous for giving lots of bonuses to their employees. You received one recently, didn't you? Why did you hide this from me?
No, I didn't hide it from you. It's not what you're thinking.
How could you deceive me for several years throughout our whole marriage? I wonder what you were thinking when I felt like even $1 was too much to spend for myself. When I was choosing the cheapest options in the supermarket, were you laughing at me on the inside?
No, Ava, I never thought like that. Hear me out.
I thought we were both in the same boat. I thought you were also trying so hard to spend less and earn more. I gave you more money to spend monthly while I barely spent any. I was worried that you weren't eating properly at work because we were tight on a budget. But all this time, you had an extra source of income, but you hid it all from me?
Ava, I'm really sorry. I have nothing to say. I'm sorry I hid this from you. I should have told you about it.
You even lied and said you didn't have any money to spare for my injured mom. How can you be so mean? You are the worst son-in-law. I can't believe you.
I'm really sorry, Ava. Please, forgive me. Ava, I'm here. I just came back from work. I got something for you. I bought it on my way back home from work.
Oh.
Are you really going to just ignore me? Are you not going to talk to me at all? Ava, look. I got you your favorite flowers. Look how beautiful the bouquet is. You love this flower, don't you? I got them a lot for you back when we were dating. Do you remember those times? But after we got married, I didn't get the chance to buy flowers for you. You always told me not to spend money on them since we are tight on budget. From now on, everything that I receive from my company, including my bonuses, I'll spend them on you. I'm really sorry. Please forgive me for this one time. It won't happen again.
Mom, did Dad do something wrong to you? Why is he apologizing? Did you guys fight?
No, don't worry about us. You two should go inside the room for now.
Mom, forgive Dad. He's apologizing for what he did. Please don't fight.
Are you both taking my side on this? That's so sweet of you guys.
Yeah. Mom, forgive Dad for what he did. Come on, hug it out.
Yes, let's hug it out, Ava. And forget that this happened.
As if a hug will fix anything.
How can your husband do that to you? He saw how much you struggled in order to save money. You went through so much just for him and his family. He should be grateful. I remember you used to buy reusable diapers in order to save money. You had to hand wash the diapers after every use. You went through so much for him.
Exactly. But what can I do? I don't want to argue with him in front of our children. I don't even want to show that I'm angry at him when my kids are around. I want them to be raised in a happy and healthy home.
So you decided to forgive him because of your children?
Yeah. He spent the money already, but he promised me that from now on, all the money he receives will go to our shared bank account. I feel very upset that he lied to me, but it's not a serious enough problem to get a divorce because of it. I decided to accept his apology and forgive him. However, I'm going to ask if he can send some money to my mother again. Hopefully this time he won't reject the idea again if he truly feels sorry for what he did.
Yeah, I hope so too. But I wonder where Henry spends all that money on. It was a large amount of money.
What is a large amount of money? Do you know exactly how much employees working at the AM construction company receive?
My husband received over 200% of his monthly wage last time. This is the minimum that they receive. Your husband must have received more since his department always receives more than my husband.
What? That much? I didn't expect him to receive so much. I predicted he would have received around $1,000. But your husband received over twice the amount of what he makes in a month?
If your husband hid his bonuses from you for several years, he must have at least received over tens of thousands of dollars in total. He might have over $100,000 even.
What? Where did he spend all that money on?
Why don't you check what tax bracket you're in? That would at least give you an idea of how much he's earning, even if it's not exact. Everything gets reported to the government anyway, so it's not like he can completely hide it. You will have an approximate idea of how much he actually earns if you know how much tax he is paying.
Really? His company usually takes care of the income tax, so I didn't know anything about this. Actually, I made him give me his secret bank account info so I can monitor it. I still haven't checked, but I should give it a look now. Fancy restaurants, cafes, and luxury stores? $8,000 in one transaction at the luxury store? What has he been purchasing? Wait, what is this? A hotel room booking? This was the day he was supposed to go on a business trip. Don't you have anything to tell me?
No, I don't think so. Why? Is there something you need to talk about?
Come on, spill it out. I already found out that you have another credit card that you didn't tell me about.
Oh, honey, that's just for emergencies.
You spent money on a bunch of fancy restaurants, hotel bookings, bars, and luxury stores. Oh, and you even spent money to go see a musical. Explain yourself right now. You never went to these places with me before. Not even before our marriage. Who is the girl? Is it someone you met from your workplace?
Are you stalking me? You shouldn't look into my personal information like this. Even if we are a married couple, some information is meant to be kept confidential.
Really? Then sue me for this. File a lawsuit against me and complain to the judge about me. I wonder what he will say when you explain that you were out with another woman and buying all these things for her.
Ava! I cheated because you were making it hard to breathe for me. You always talk about money and try to save up. I was tired of this poor lifestyle. I needed somewhere to let out my stress. You were so reluctant to even spend $1 more on items, and you expected me to do the same. I tried to fight through the first year together. I knew that you were struggling more than me because you had to raise our children on your own. But as more time passed, I couldn't take it anymore.
Don't you dare shout at me. You have no right to talk to me in that way. You make me feel like I went through all that hardship for nothing. I went through the hardship for you and your family. I went through the tough times to help your family pay off their debts. How could you go out and enjoy leisure activities and luxuries while I was at home worrying about money?
Ava, calm down.
How can I calm myself down? Get out! Get out right now! Get lost! Go back to your own family!
Ava, I don't know if I should be telling you this, but...
What? What is it? Is it about my husband?
Yes. The whole company already knows about Henry and his girlfriend. I asked my husband if he knew Henry, who works at the same company as him, and he recognized the name right away. He asked if Henry was my friend's husband, and he told me everything he heard about Henry from his company.
What did he say?
He told me that he has a girlfriend who is from the same department as Henry. Other employees in that department seem to know about them too already. They call each other husband and wife and joke around playfully during work hours.
What?
So many of the employees thought that they were an actual married couple. Whenever the company employees go out to eat together, they always sit next to each other. When they come to the office or leave the office, they take the same car. Also, the company always sends both of them on the same business trip, especially if the business trip will take more than one day. They always volunteer to go together.
What? I can't believe this.
I was debating whether to tell this to you or not. I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
No, thank you for telling me. It's better for me to know everything than to be blind to everything.
I asked my husband for her contact details. This is her number. You should try calling her and talk to her.
Why would I call her? I have nothing to talk to her about.
Maybe you can file a lawsuit against her or something? You should at least look into what kind of legal action you can take. It's better than nothing. Of course, it's your choice. If you don't want to, you don't need to.
No, I'll take that number. I'll try talking to her about it. Thank you for telling me all this. Hello? Is this Lily from the AM Construction Company's marketing department? Hi. Yes, that's me. Who is this? I'm Henry's wife. Oh, I see. But so what? Why did you call me? Do you have any business with me? You know why I called you. Don't pretend like you're innocent. I don't have anything to say to you. Well, I do. I want to talk about it in person. When will you be free next week? If you don't have time to talk it out, I'll just file a lawsuit against you as soon as I hang up this phone call. Okay, fine. We can meet next Wednesday during my lunch break. You met him at the AM Construction Company, didn't you? You must have initially known that he was married. Why did you make a move on him? When I started working at this company, Henry always told me that he was going to get a divorce soon, especially when we were alone together. He always said bad things about you. He badmouthed about you all the time to me. He told me that as soon as his children grow up a bit more, he will get a divorce. Did he really say all that? At home when he is with me, he acts like the sweetest husband in the world. I can't believe he's been talking bad things about me behind my back at his company. I don't know if I should trust what you are saying. I've seen many affairs where they try to justify themselves like this. And even if he really did say those things, you should have realized his intentions and distanced yourself. My relationship with Henry has always been healthy. The Henry I know is not the type of person who would have an affair. He was a sweet husband to me and a warm, caring father to his children. We were a happy family. Really? That's a bit strange. Henry used to sleep at my house frequently. You never once called him to see if he was all right. That's because he told me he had a night shift. I didn't want to bother him. You should have realized sooner that your relationship with Henry was coming to an end. You weren't even interested enough in him to call him. You could have at least left him a text encouraging him for his hard work. But you never did. You should let him go. What's the point of living with him when both of you don't truly love each other? Living with a husband who doesn't love you will make your life miserable. Anyway, I've said everything I wanted to. I need to go back now and get back to work. I visited your company today at lunchtime.
Why? You should have told me if you wanted to eat lunch together.
You think I would want to eat lunch with you? I came to meet that woman, Lily.
Are you out of your mind? Why would you meet up with her?
She was pretty. Not her face, but her attitude and facial expressions were pretty. I could tell she wasn't living a stressful life like mine. She looked confident, free, and happy with her life. I was jealous of her attitude. If I were a man, I would date her too instead of myself.
What are you trying to say?
She told me that you were planning to get a divorce. Is this true? You told her that you have a bad relationship with me and you were just living with me because of our children. She also told me that you promised her that once our children grow up, you are going to divorce me and live with her. I even saw the ring on her finger. That ring is what you spent $8,000 on, right? You bought her such an expensive ring. You never even spent $10 on me. You never bought me any presents after our marriage. Not even a single piece of makeup product.
That's because you told me not to. You told me not to spend money.
Well, that was because I didn't know that you were receiving large amounts of bonuses from your company. If you hadn't hidden that money from me, no. If you decided not to help your family pay off their debts, I could have been living a happier life now. I would have been happy and confident like that woman. Or maybe not. I wouldn't feel comfortable wearing an $8,000 ring on my wedding finger. I wouldn't accept it even if you gave it to me. I would have been anxious that something might happen to the ring.
What are you trying to say? I don't understand the point of your words. So what do you want now? Do you want to get a divorce? Do you want me to just live with her instead?
I don't know. I haven't cleared my head yet. I need to think this through properly.
Stop overthinking this. I just had an affair once. It's quite common among husbands. It's not a big deal. But I do apologize sincerely. I'm really sorry. I'll be sorry to you for the rest of my life. We have 2 children. We can't get a divorce. We have to live together no matter what happens. I don't want to see my children grow up with only one parent. Also, I'll send some money to your mother like you told me to. How much did I send her every month? How much will be enough?
Forget about it. You're not fixing anything by trying to make up for your affair like this. Do you think I'll forgive you if you send a little bit of money to my mom? Do you think this is a simple matter that can be fixed so easily like that? Do I look dumb to you?
No, Ava. Why do you think of me like that? I'm not trying to make up for my affair. I changed my mind and I want to support your mother financially.
Give me some time to think about getting a divorce or not. Until I'm ready to talk again. Don't talk to me. I don't even want to see your face if that's possible.
Okay. Once you're ready to talk again, let me know. Until then, I'll reflect back on my actions. Ava, I'm off to work now.
Okay.
Are you just going to ignore me? You can't ignore me forever, you know.
Okay.
I'll come back home early today.
Okay. Hey, are you home today? I want to drop by if you are. No, I'm at my parents' house right now. What about the kids? Are they alone at your house? Who's taking care of them? Didn't Henry tell you everything? I have been spending most of my time at my parents' house. I thought you knew. He did tell me, but you shouldn't be acting like this.
You need to take responsibility as a mother. You shouldn't be neglecting your children like that.
I stay with them at home during the daytime. I only come to my parents' house during the night and on the weekends when Henry is there to take care of them.
How long are you going to keep this act up for? You can't ignore your husband forever. Just forgive him now. I'm sure he's reflected on his behaviors. Also, even if you try to hide it, children know when their parents had an argument. Imagine how confused and stressed they are feeling right now. You're impacting them negatively even though you try not to. You should just forgive Henry. When a married couple argues, the wife should be the one who forgives.
Don't talk nonsense to me. Why should the wife forgive and forget when clearly the husband is in the wrong in this situation? Also, we didn't have an argument. How can we have an argument when Henry was the only person who did something wrong? He hid the fact that he had an additional source of income, and on top of that, he even cheated on me.
So what? What are you going to do about that? You're not actually going to divorce him, are you? Are you going to raise your children alone? Do you think you can do that? Even if you can, it is not good for your children. Think about your kids. Don't just think about yourself.
You are saying the exact same things that Henry said to me. Don't try to use my children as a way to convince me.
Hi, Mom. What's wrong? Who was on the phone just now? Was it your mother-in-law?
Yeah.
Ava, you should go back home now. What did Henry even do to you? You always come over to our house. Did you guys fight? Was it a big fight this time? Are you really not going to tell me?
Mom, should I get a divorce?
Why? What happened?
I can't bear to live with him any longer.
Okay. If you want to get a divorce, get a divorce. I won't question or stop you from making your own decisions. It's your life, and it's not a long one. So do what you want to do and what you have to. I never got a divorce before, so your experience will be different from mine. But after your dad passed away, it was painful for me. But nonetheless, it was bearable. You can live on without a partner in life. If you decide to get a divorce, I can help you raise your children. So don't worry about them. I hope your children are not one of the reasons holding you back from getting a divorce.
Mom.
Since you are not telling me why you want a divorce, I don't have much to say to you. But I want to tell you this. I know you well, Ava. I know that you are not making this decision just out of anger or upsetness. I also know how quickly you adapt, recover, and heal. I promise you, you will be fine even after you get a divorce. With or without Henry, I'm sure you will do a great job taking care of your children. You are a great mother. At least the Ava I know is. I believe in you, Ava, so don't be scared to make your decision.
Mom, thank you. To be honest, I'm really scared and angry. I don't know how to handle the situation.
Come on, tell me what happened. Did Henry have an affair? Or did he borrow a huge amount of money from somewhere?
I feel so embarrassed to even tell you.
Ava, if it's not me, who are you going to let your worries out on? I'll listen to you without judging. Do any of your friends know about what happened between you and Henry? If you don't want to tell me, I want you to at least tell it to a friend. You need someone to talk to.
Okay. I have 2 friends who know what happened between me and Henry, but I haven't told them in detail. They don't know that I'm thinking of getting a divorce.
I understand that you might not want to share your story, but you shouldn't hold it in. You shouldn't worry and struggle on your own. Share your worries with your friends. Maybe they can help you come up with a wise solution. If you keep your worries to yourself, you will end up overthinking and you might not make the right decision. At least from my experience, I think that might happen. If you don't want to share it with your friends, you can always come back to me. I won't judge you. I promise you that.
Okay, Mom. Then I'll tell you what happened.
I'm glad you decided to open up. Let's hear what happened.
Like you asked earlier, Henry cheated on me with another woman. She works in the same department as Henry at the AM construction company. Many of the company employees already know about their relationship, and they think that they are a couple.
Is that true? I can't believe Henry. How can a husband do this?
I tried so hard to pay off Henry's family's debts. You know how difficult it was for me, right?
Yes, of course. You couldn't even enjoy yourself. You rarely went out to eat, and you never took your kids out to any amusement parks because you wanted to save money. I know how tough it was for you. You didn't even buy new clothes or makeup unless you really needed it.
Exactly. But Henry spent so much money on that woman. He bought her expensive gifts, and they went to fancy hotels and restaurants together. I didn't even know such places existed in our neighborhood because he never took me there. After I found out about Henry's affair, it felt like my chest was burning in pain. To be honest, I wanted to run away completely from my current life. I didn't even think of my children at first. Oh, and I met up with that woman last week, and she was so shameless. I don't think she feels sorry for me at all.
Oh my poor Ava. I can't imagine what you are going through right now. I'm tearing up just from listening to you.
On top of this, I asked Henry if he could send you some money until you fully recover. But he replied with a stern no. Apparently, he has money to spend on that woman, but no money to spend on me or my family. I wanted to help you out financially, but I'm so sorry.
Ava, you don't need to help me out. Don't be sorry about it.
After marrying Henry, I never once complained about helping him earn money to pay off his family's loans. I put a lot of effort into helping his family. But when I asked him to support you financially, he rejected it immediately. I was so hurt by his cold response. It made me so angry. The amount of money you need is nothing compared to the amount of money his family needed.
I understand how you feel, Ava. I have also experienced a lot of heartless people throughout my 70 years of life. But in the end, it's up to you to make the decision. You decide whether you want to keep that person in your life or not. I don't want to convince you to get a divorce, but I also don't want to convince you not to get a divorce, because it will be tough for you to continue to live with Henry. I want you to make the final decision, but I want you to know that if you are in terrible pain right now, and the pain is not worth enduring for your and Henry's future, you should get a divorce. You need to break away from this relationship if you think that it doesn't have a bright future ahead. However, also consider how much pain you might go through if you get a divorce. Imagine the two types of heartbreaks you will inevitably go through and compare them against each other. Choose what is best for you. Take your time to give thought to this. You can take all the time you need. Always remember, I'm on your side no matter what. You are more precious to me than my grandchildren. I put you first before them, and I want you to put yourself first too.
Mom, thank you. I'm grateful that I have you. I'll treat you better from now on.
You don't need to treat me better. Treat yourself better.
Okay, Mom. Thank you so much. I want to apply for divorce through the courts. Can I consult about this with you right now?
Yes, please follow me this way. So, can you tell me what happened and why you want to get a divorce?
Of course. I'll explain to you what happened briefly. After I married my husband and I spent years paying back the loan that his mother and sister owed to the bank. We finally finished paying back all the loans a few months ago. But I found out that my husband has been having an affair behind my back for quite some time. He even received bonuses from his company, but he hid this from me. He has been using that money to have an affair. He spent a lot of money buying things for his affair partner.
Oh, I see. It must have been very difficult for you. I'm sorry you had to go through all of that. Thank you for explaining your situation to me. I understand what situation you are in. I want to confirm some details. Can I ask you several questions to know more about your situation? You can answer me comfortably. If you don't want to answer, you don't have to, but please remember, the more information you give me, the more I can help you. Thank you for your time. I'll try to help you out as much as possible. Don't worry about anything. I will sort out everything I can on my side.
Thank you so much, sir. Can I ask you one more question?
Yes, of course. What is it you want to ask?
After I get my divorce, I don't want to see my husband and his affair partner together. I want to tell the company about my husband and his affair. Would this be possible to do legally?
You need to be careful because your husband might sue you for defamation as it will ruin his reputation at his company.
Then what can I do? Do I have no choice but to leave them alone?
When you take legal action against your husband's affair partner, you should request compensation through the AM Construction Company via a provisional seizure. This way, the company will find out about her affair naturally, without you having to tell anyone directly. If the employees who are in charge of sorting out the provisional seizure keep it as a secret, then other employees might not know about your husband's affair. But from what I heard from you, your husband's company's employees seem to be interested in your husband and his affair partner's relationship. They seem to have a big mouth, and luckily, they will spread the word for you.
I'm not very familiar with the law, so I want to ask you this. Is there a chance of my husband filing a lawsuit against me?
Don't worry about it. I will prepare this case so that he has no option to sue you.
Sir, thank you so much. I was very reluctant to get a divorce, but I'm trusting you on this case.
I understand how you feel. Thank you for choosing me to work with you. I will prepare the lawsuit perfectly. Ava, what is this? Were you the one who applied for a divorce?
Yes, of course it's me. It's either you or me who can apply for our divorce, you idiot. Who else would it be? My mom?
It's not the time to make jokes, Ava. I thought you wanted some time alone at your mom's house to take a break away from me.
I never said I wanted to break away from you. I said I wanted to think about our divorce and come to a final decision. This is my final decision. I want to divorce you. I cannot live together with you any longer. I want to express that the way you treated me in the past was extremely unfair and unjust. Your actions and behavior have left a deep impact on me, and I find it very difficult to forget what you have done. Even though time has passed, I am not able to forgive you for the pain and hurt you have caused me.
Ava, we can start a new life together. We don't have any debts to worry about anymore. This can be the start of our new happy life together. Are you really going to divorce me? Do you really have no happy memories of me? Don't you want to relive our happy moments together?
Relive our happy moments? You don't deserve to be happy after what you have done to me.
You patiently waited for the hard times to pass so that we can be happy together, Ava. Are you really going to make all our struggles go to waste? Ava, I know I hurt you. I did you wrong and I'm sorry for that. But I apologized multiple times to you. Please let go of the past now. Let's be happy together. We can start fresh. Also, think about our children. Just because I made a mistake doesn't mean you should make a mistake too. You will regret it once you get a divorce from me. Our happiness, our children's happiness, is all in your hands. Make the right decision, Ava. I will forever be sorry and grateful to you.
Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't make a mistake. A mistake of continuing to live with you. I want a divorce and I'm not changing my mind about this. Our family's happiness is in my hands. Wow, Henry, you should become a poet. The reason our family can't be happy together is all because of you. You ruined it all for us. Don't try to put the responsibility in my hands. You ruined our family's happiness. Why should I be the one to fix it? I'm going to hang up the phone call now. After talking to you, I am now more certain that I want a divorce from you. Don't contact me ever again. Hey! You filed a lawsuit against me! Who is this? You know exactly who I am. Why are you pretending like you don't know who I am? Why would you file a lawsuit against me? I did nothing wrong. I just fell for your husband's lies. He told me that he would get a divorce from you soon. I am also a victim. How are you also a victim? You knew Henry was married from the start, but you didn't push him away. You are not a victim. Don't try to victimize yourself in order to buy my pity. Whatever. I have no intention of paying compensation money. If you want compensation, ask your husband for it, not me. That's not something you can choose. Only the judge can decide that. Oh, by the way, I requested compensation through the AM Construction Company via a provisional seizure. I think the whole company will know about your affair soon. I wonder if you can still work at that company after the word spreads. I wish you luck. You shouldn't be so mean to us. Karma is going to get back at you. You better watch out. What? What did you just say? Karma? Yes, karma. Your bad acts will come back to you in the future. You didn't have to let your anger out on me. Shouldn't you let your anger out on just your husband? I don't understand why you were doing this to me. You are absolutely shameless. Karma is coming for you. You dare to have an affair with my husband. That's why I'm taking legal actions against you and my husband. It's not even entirely Henry's fault. You should blame yourself too for his affair. He had an affair because he didn't see you as an attractive woman. You only think about yourself, don't you? I feel so sorry for Henry because he is married to an unattractive woman like you. The last time I saw you, your clothes looked so out of style. No wonder Henry lost interest in you and came to me instead. Since you are so shameless, I think you will be the perfect match for Henry. I don't think you called me because you wanted to apologize to me. If that's right, I don't have anything more to say to you. I will hang up now. I'm also going to block your number, so don't even think about calling me again.
Honey.
I'm not your honey! Don't you ever call me that!
Ava, I miss you a lot. I miss my kids too. I miss everything. I want to go back to the past when I was with you.
Did you drink alcohol? It's early in the morning, Henry. Don't make useless phone calls like this. Just send me the child support finance.
Ava, it's me. You sound like you're still angry at my son.
Oh. Hi. I don't really want to talk to you either. I'll hang up the phone.
Ava, you should think about your children. I am also sorry that I treated you unfairly. I really shouldn't have. You are such a caring daughter-in-law. I was just feeling anxious and angry. That's why I treated you badly. I'm sorry that I responded to you emotionally.
What is it that you really want to say to me? I know you don't actually feel sorry. Please hang up the call now.
Ava, you should think about your children. Aren't you worried about Alice and Andrew? They are growing up without a father right now. Haven't they asked about Henry? They must be so confused about why they can't see their father anymore. As a mother, you shouldn't only think about yourself. You need to put your children first. There were multiple times when I wanted to divorce from my husband, too. But I am so glad that I fought through those times and didn't divorce him. A woman needs a man in her life. Growing old without a husband is embarrassing.
Why do you assume that I will grow old without a husband? I won't live the rest of my life alone.
Oh, you made the right choice. After you feel a bit better, you are going to get back together with Henry, aren't you? Ava, you really made a good choice. I will treat you dearly from now on. Shannon has been having a hard time, too. She thinks she is one of the reasons why you and Henry got a divorce. She thought that if it wasn't for her debt, you two wouldn't have gotten a divorce. We are a family, aren't we? No matter what life throws at us, we have to stay strong as a family.
I think there was a misunderstanding.
Huh? A misunderstanding? What do you mean?
I am not thinking of spending the rest of my life with Henry. But that doesn't mean I'm going to spend the rest of my life alone, either. Getting a divorce won't stop me from meeting a new significant other. If I meet the right person, I want to marry him.
What do you mean? Then what about Alice and Andrew?
I can find someone who is willing to become their father. I will also try my best to make sure Alice and Andrew don't feel the absence of their father after our divorce.
Ava, how can you say this?
I know that you're not worried about Alice and Andrew. You never even asked me if you could visit them. If you really cared about them, you would have missed them. You're just worried about your own son. I will raise Alice and Andrew well. No matter what their environment is like, I will make sure they grow up healthy and they always feel loved. Don't worry about your grandchildren. They will grow up to become better human beings than your son. I promise you this. Now that I said everything I wanted to, I'll hang up. Oh, and also, please tell Henry to never contact me again either. I will make a restraining order if I have to.
Ava! Wait, Ava!
After much consideration, I recently filed for a divorce through the court. It was a difficult decision, but my lawyer was incredibly helpful and supportive throughout the process. With his assistance, I was able to prepare all the necessary documents and ensure that everything was in order. My ex-husband did not have much of a legal standing to appeal to the judge, as his actions were clearly not in compliance with the law. He had to pay alimony and child support as part of the divorce settlement, and he had no choice but to agree to the divorce. Everything went as planned for me. I heard from my friend that Henry and his affair partner broke up as soon as the news of their affair spread within the company. With the money I received from Henry, I first used it for my mother's back disc recovery. She took the appropriate medical treatments and physiotherapy. Once she fully recovered, I decided to move in with her to ensure she received the care and support she needed. As a single parent, I also needed someone to help look after my 2 children, Alice and Andrew, during the day while I went to work. Fortunately, my mom was happy to take on this responsibility. With her taking care of the children, I was able to find a new job that better suited my situation after the divorce. It's been a challenging journey, but I'm grateful for my mom's support and for being able to provide for my family. My ex-mother-in-law called me from time to time, even after my divorce from Henry. Every time she called to complain about the distribution of assets. I received all of the assets, while Henry received nothing at all. We didn't own many assets to begin with, so I don't understand why she is complaining about it so much. So I blocked her number for good. At first, I was reluctant to cut ties with her because she was still my children's grandmother. I wondered if it was the right decision to prevent her from seeing her grandchildren. I had a tough decision to make regarding my relationship with their grandmother. I decided to ask my children whether they wanted to continue seeing her or not. The conversation with my kids was difficult, but their response was clear and made me certain that it was time to cut ties with their grandmother. They replied by saying that Grandma didn't treat me well, so they don't want to see her anymore. Even my children saw that my ex-mother-in-law treated me badly. Years after my divorce, the lawyer who helped me win my case contacted me again. We had been messaging each other for a while and gradually getting to know each other better. Eventually, we decided to meet up in person and see if there was potential for a deeper connection. Although he knows everything about my past married life, he truly understands me. I healed a lot thanks to him. He always comforted me with a caring, warm heart. We spent countless hours talking, sharing our thoughts, dreams, and aspirations. And as time went on, my feelings for him only grew stronger. I can't believe it, but I think we might be getting married soon. It feels like a dream come true, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with him by my side. I feel a significant improvement in my overall well-being lately. The weight that had been bearing down on my heart for quite some time has finally been lifted. It's like a heavy burden has been lifted off my shoulders, and I feel much lighter and happier. I can now enjoy life with a renewed sense of joy and positivity. If there is anyone out there who is struggling and feeling like they are going through a hard time, I just want to let you know that you are not alone. I hope my story can give you hope and comfort. I have faced many challenges in my life, but even in my darkest moments, I held on to hope and kept pushing forward. And gradually, things began to improve. It took time and effort, but eventually I managed to overcome those hurdles and find happiness again. So, if you're feeling down and out, just know that there is always hope. Keep believing in yourself and keep striving for a better tomorrow. Thank you for listening to my long story. Be sure to like and subscribe.